Good afternoon. Good afternoon, people. Good afternoon to everyone. How y'all doing? I figured I would throw some videos on, do some, do a little bit, do some readings. I don't have my cards, but I can still do some channeling. Say how you doing? How y'all doing? It's me, your girl, Dee Dee. Not better, not worse, just different. So I figured I'd go on and show. They wanted me all this much. I don't know why they wanted me on this industry. This would be day one because they took all my money, everything I tried to do, jobs, business. They blocked it. They did whatever they did. They blocked it. They made it so that it couldn't happen. I haven't given up, but I figured if this is what they was pushing for. Go on and tell them, here you go. This is what you want. This is what they want. I don't know why. Like I don't exist, but I do. They want to act like they don't know me. Fine with me. Keeping everything from me so I don't know where the quotes are. Yeah. Didn't beat me. I got. I always had faith, and divine is going to make sure something happens. But I still don't understand why they felt they needed to do this. People that I knew or went to school with, or and they want to hide the fact that they're doing it, blocking everything because they took something and they don't want nobody to know that they took it. But I think that's out. So we will put this down as day one. But I'm not beat. So, back in your face. My spirit's not broken. I'm healthy. So I'm not beat. Anyway, I've been channeling all day. So I figured I would come on and give somebody these messages. Someone's in love. They're thinking about a person from their past. They're thinking about someone that they were involved with. I, I this person just walked away from this person. and they want that person bad. This person just does it for them. She said, "You give her good love. She here to stay. So she'll hunt you down. She want her stick." She's giving you her heart. And then she's wondering why you ghosted her, why you leave. I would do some cards, but I don't have my cards. So we're gonna just pump this up, get a little more spring in us. Say a little hallelujah. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. So anyway, people are strange. People are strange, odd, weird, And with that major shift that we just had, it's like they're weirder than ever. I don't know what make people tick or what make people do the things that they do. You can just leave them alone and mind your business. They don't leave you alone. They're not happy unless they're bothering people, doing things to people, or they're just not happy. You should always be happy and be thankful. You got all your limbs, and if you don't have all your limbs, you got the limbs that you got, and you're breathing. You know, somebody else is I think this is that's the female that I was channeling. I think this is the male. It's like they looking for each other. Like they go, they running. You know how they show you they be in the meadows with the little buttercup flowers, and they running from one direction and the other direction towards each other with their arms out, big old smile. I think they passed each other when they got to each other in the meadows. It might have been a lot of fog or something. They couldn't see. They passed each other. So I guess they trying to find each other now. Or it could have been people from the outside doing what they do best, minding other people's business, making sure things don't go right for anybody if things ain't going right for them. It's crazy. Yep. Well, let's see. What can I talk about? Okay. I was talking yesterday about if you check it out, China they have a brand new disease, and it's bad. It's worse than the COVID. It's really bad, and they're keeping them locked inside these. I don't know if it's houses or apartments or warehouse, or they're keeping all the people that are sick locked inside these places with they got big locks on the doors and everything. They ain't letting them out. And I mentioned to you guys that I had channeled something or down. I had a download about something along. It was a good while ago, and it was about those they're like those big machines that they got the big round hose on the end, and I think they use it to pump water. Like if you have water, um, like a flood, and they use those big pumps to they suck up the water. Well, it was one side was they were on one side they were pumping up the excess water because it was you know you know but it wasn't the water they were sucking up. They were sucking out metals, all type of metals. The metals that's in the dirt, in the earth, and um, the minerals and uh, vitamins, and well, the minerals and the nutrients that are in the ground, that are in the soil. Well, they had one of those big suction pumps, and they were sucking these things out. Sucking everything out of the ground, out of the earth. And on the other side, they had another one of those big suction pumps, but it wasn't sucking anything out. It was pumping stuff in the ground, and it was pumping human waste into the ground, into the land. And it made the land, because you suck out all the nutrients and everything out. It made the land, the dirt. It made it where we're spoiled. It was nothing to it, so it couldn't form or hold a foundation or anything like that. So then I noticed, I started looking up at the sky, and it was a plane flying, all over, back and forth across the sky, all over the United States. And it had that white tail, that they have. But it wasn't a tail like from the fumes. They were dumping something out into the air. And it turned out that was human waste, and no one, if anyone knew about this, they didn't say anything about it. They just let it be and let it happen, and that's crazy, because that covert stuff was pneumonia, a strain of pneumonia, and bat dung, bat shit. So they got human waste that they're dealing with now. So whatever, if that disease that they got that's going on now, if that's human waste and whatever else they done put together with it, it's a lot worse than what the COVID was. You see those people and it's like, wow, they're, and I don't think they have anything to give them to help them to get better. I didn't hear about any making some kind of antidote or something like that, or I didn't hear nothing about that. They're just locking them in these warehouses. Yeah, we don't want that to be spread, spread from anywhere else, to other countries, and But the way people travel around, this is a very strong possibility. And no one's mentioned this. Well, I think they had it on. They showed it on TV. I saw it on TV but I saw it before when I was. It was a download. It was like a dream, like flashes. but I was in like a dream state. But I I didn't hear anything about it for a long, long time, and that's now, recently is when they had it on TV. They didn't have it on long. I suspect they don't want too many people to see it, even though they need to, because it's crazy. I mean, these people are sick. So then we have situations. Let's see. Okay, situations with let's see, like, okay, the car dealers. Let's talk about the car dealerships. They have all these really good deals, for people. You want to get a new car. Don't worry about. They say don't worry about your credit. No credit, good credit, bad credit, your credit, my credit, his credit, her credit. Don't make no difference. Or your job is your credit, or no money down, no, all this stuff. And you get there, and these things don't happen. You go, and when you come back, you don't come back with a vehicle. It's like because they sell cars now online. I see that's what he get. He was so busy being nosy, wearing it all up in my mouth. He ran into the he ran into the curb. See there, don't want to mind their own business. Anyway, you go and they tell you don't need this, you don't need that, you don't need this, and you get there, and when you leave without a vehicle, because when they get you to they get all your information, you spend all half the day up there writing, filling out all this stuff and everything, and then they leave. They say, okay, we'll be right back, and then they come back and they look at you and they say, okay, how much money can you put down? And you're like, this is no money down. And they go, oh, wow, okay. Well, let me see what I could do. This is what they do. Then they come back and they say, can you get a co-signer? Can you get another person to on the application with you? And you say no, and they say, oh well, okay. Let me see what I could do. And they leave again. And they come back after a long time, and they be like, well, I don't know, and you don't have the best credit, and your credit's not bad. It's not the greatest, but it's not bad. You really don't have anything on there. But they, what they do, then they go away and they work with somebody else. Because if you can't give them a down payment, and I don't think they care what it is, a down payment, they don't want to take the time. They don't want to wait on you in the first place because they want the down payment. I know I've bought cars, and when you go to the car dealer and you get your papers done and they tell you what your payment's going to be and all that kind of stuff, and the tags and registration and all that go on the bottom of the paperwork, and it's added to the total. Now they're trying to tell people that you have to pay for the tags and the taxes and all that. And I've always seen it go on the bottom and it just gets added to your total. But they want you to give them that, cash, whatever. I don't know if the salesmen, do they work on commission? Because I think that's the situation. They want you to, and besides that, they're selling cars online now. So I think to keep them relevant, they have to keep up a certain number, a certain amount of numbers, to have people coming into the dealership itself. So they do all kind of crap to get you to go in there, waste your whole day or whatever you're doing, and have no intentions on putting you in a vehicle unless you giving them $3,000 to $5,000 down. And all. If you had $5,000, you'd go get yourself a car. You wouldn't have to go to them. But It's just that everybody's finding, trying to find an angle. Everybody's got an angle. It's never just what it is. It's always something on top of whatever it is. It's really you tend to I tend to look at it like, wow, things, and it's not that. Well, I felt the shift, and things have changed, and it's a new day. You know, it is a new day. It is a new day, but I don't know. People don't care about people anymore. They don't care about their neighbors, or you know they don't care about people anymore. It's the me song. I think that's what that has a lot to do with the the earth feeling drained. Because people don't give it their all anymore. They don't care about people. They're selfish and self-centered, and it's all about what you can show. What you have, or what they don't have, and all. We would be a lot better off, and a lot happier. We'd have better times and a lot healthier if we cared about our fellow man, our neighbor. People just don't care, but I'm gonna help people care, because that's what I do. I mean, I try to keep my best foot forward, my head held high. Mind's my business, because you should mind your business. But if there are times when it's a situation, and you see a situation, and that you shouldn't mind your business, that you should find out if there's something you could do, or if you could, and a lot of times I know people don't like to do that. It depends on what the situation is. I mean, I wouldn't go running in over there and, oh, you put that away, I wouldn't do do that kind of stuff, because people, we wouldn't have those issues. If everybody had their own everything, if the balance, if it was more balanced as far as abundance, and the way of life was more balanced, we wouldn't have a lot of the things that we have. As far as people wanting to take from somebody that what they feel has more than them, and we wouldn't have that. You know what I mean? Because you would probably still have some things like that. Because of course we have those people in the earth that are just greedy, who feels that they're entitled to everything and anything, even though they're not. They didn't have nothing to do with it. They didn't put no work in. You did not put in on this man, but they feel like they entitled. But at least a lot of other people, I mean, there would be a lot of people who wouldn't feel that way, and who wouldn't be that way, because they would have their own to help to do what they need to do to make it grow for them and for their family. And because it's so unbalanced as far as that, that's why we have such a unbalance, and people doing the things that they do, and just got to balance it out, and we'd be a lot better off. We'd be a much better class of people. We'd feel better. Like I said again, we'd be healthier. We'd be happier, and that would mean a lot of egos, have been the flame has been put out. So nobody's burning hot, and you have a lot more people that mind their business, or that's not waking up next to somebody else's wife or somebody else's husband, or, you know, person wanting this person's life, because what they feel that they don't have. And you should always pay attention to what you do have. What you don't have will come, and you won't even realize it, that you didn't have it, because now you got it. But always pay attention to what you do have, and if you can help someone, you should help someone. Like people always say, if that was your mother, or if that was your daughter, or if that was your son, or if that was your sister, or, wouldn't you want someone to help them? Now, I don't even know how that would stand. Family's just not family anymore. You can't really say that it's the people, because something's climbed up on them, attached to them, So you can't really say. You don't know. I could see people doing a whole lot. Everybody's got an angle. Everybody. Something sneaky going on all the time. Like, I don't know what the situation. There's something, my Cash App, they had to shut that off. Freeze it or whatever they did to it, because they had to freeze it because I don't know what's going on with it. Somebody's doing something. Somebody's using it for something. I don't get anything dealing with money. Somebody, it goes somewhere else. I don't know what they do or how they do it. I have 1,000 people in my phones and my devices. They get my mail first. What do you mean first? I don't ever get it. I don't get my emails. They just, I don't know what's wrong with people. Where's all the hate coming from? I've been through some things you could not imagine. You couldn't begin to imagine the things I've been through, the things that have happened, and the situations that I've lived through, and I still put my best foot forward. Try my hardest to do that, and keep my spirits up, and try to vibe high, vibe real high as I can. People don't like that. I don't understand why they wouldn't. I mean, first of all, it's not them. It's not them vibing. If it's you vibing, why would they care how high you vibing or how low you vibing? If they vibing low, you ain't going over there, worried about them vibing low. You try to change it. I mean, I don't know why. When you have a very low vibration, it just sucks everything out of the air. It just sucks everything away. Well, it's starting to get cold out here. So, and my battery is running low. I'm going to try to stay on for a few more minutes. Then I gotta find somewhere to plug it up. It don't matter. But now that I think about it, in a couple hours, I won't even have a phone. I hope that the people that felt the need to do this, I hope they get this message. I can't even pay my phone bill. Anything that's money that comes to me or my account, and I don't know how they're doing it. But I have a lot of people in my contacts and all that. I don't even know these people. You know, it's I don't even know how they're doing it. But I'm not getting. I don't get the things the funds that I'm supposed to get. They come. I get the receipts showing that it was deposited, but it's not being deposited to me. So I don't know. And then you sound kind of crazy because you can't explain it. You know, you can't explain it to tell them what you tell someone. You can't explain it to tell someone what's wrong or what what the people are doing, or you can't explain it. But man wasn't ready for technology, and you can tell that because look at what's going on. You know what I mean? And somebody's begging, please for forgiveness out of everything after everything is said and done. After everything that they've done, they're sorry now. But man wasn't ready for technology. You can tell that for the fact that what we're seeing now. You got grandmas and grandpas sitting in parking lots with their phones, using applications to go into other people's devices and things and take their money. Somebody's grandfather. This is how they paying their bills. But they're not thinking about, well, how's that person going to pay their bills? You just sat there and drained their accounts, and they're doing it some kind of way that you're not even noticing. You don't notice, that it's not there, or that it's been taken, it's weird. I don't know what they're doing, but I know if somebody pulls up next to you, or 2 spots away from you, or somewhere in front of you with a little bit of space, and you see them constantly looking down and they on the phone doing whatever. You need to start whatever you're doing and move from there, because that person is trying to link into whatever device you have in your car. Yep. And I've been finding out a lot of things. They've been trying to set me up for a long time. I mean, they got all kind of stuff. They're changing stuff. They're changing paperwork. They're changing names and all that kind of stuff. And they're acting like I don't exist and that they don't know me. They're moving and all this kind of stuff because they stole, and they are determined that they are not going to be held accountable for what they did. So they'll try to do things and do all kind of stuff and make it like I've done this and I've done that. And look, I recall a long time ago, I had a P.O. box, and I didn't know I had it because it was in my name, but I wasn't getting anything that was coming to it. I didn't even realize I had it. It had other people's names on there, and they had the authority to get the mail there, and So this has been going on for a long time, and now they're trying to make it like as if I've done all this. So they'll do all this stuff that they're doing and then disappear, and it's supposed to be looked at me like I've done this. I mind my business. I don't bother anybody, but I will help people because that's part of why we're here. Everybody needs some kind of help sometimes. There is nobody that's on this planet that didn't need help at one time or another. But I don't know what's wrong with these people. Well, I'm going to go now and see if I can find some place where I can charge this phone. This is so weird. Charge this phone up, because in a couple hours I won't have no phone. It's going to be shut off, and I'm really sure that they're very happy that I won't have no phone, because then I won't have no voice. I barely have a voice as it is because they delete my videos. They leave it there and they make it seem like they, if I'm recording, they let me believe that I'm recording, but it's not recording. It's you can tell it's not because you don't see the numbers. You know, the numbers aren't there anymore. But they won't try to remove it, or you know, that's how you know it's not recording, because if it was, they would try to turn it off, or send it somewhere else. But it don't be recording. Okay, people, I'm gonna go, but I'll be back, and I'll have some. I got 3 jokes. I'm gonna tell y'all my jokes because I'm funny. You hear me? I'm funny. So y'all laugh. Y'all laugh at my jokes. There's some people, they don't think I'm funny. They don't laugh. But I mean, they don't know what funny is, because I'm funny. When I tell you my 3 jokes, you're going to like my jokes and you're going to laugh. And I want you to pass them on and let others know where you got it from. Oh, it's getting cold out here. Okay, well, I'm marking this as day 1. I guess officially homeless, I guess. Day 1. Okay. It's me, your girl Dee Dee. I'm going to be coming back with part 2. And them jokes. Okay. Everyone, talk to you later. Stay safe. God bless.